Admiral Jackson stood on the bridge of the HSF Relentless watching the tactical display with narrowed eyes. The Vardani fleet had encircled the human colony of New Terra, their crystalline ships glittering against the backdrop of space like predatory stars. "They think they have us," he said quietly. "That's their first mistake." His executive officer, Commander Ellis, nodded grimly. "They outnumber us 3-1, sir. Numbers." The Admiral's lips curled into a smile that held no warmth. "The Vardani measure strength in numbers. We measure it in innovation and adaptability." The Vardani had emerged as a galactic power 2 decades earlier, conquering 12 species across 3 spiral arms. Their biological technology was impressive. Living ships that regenerated damage, weapons that adapted to enemy defenses. They considered themselves the apex predators of the known universe. Until they met humans. "All ships reporting ready, Admiral," the communications officer announced. "The Thunderstrike Defiance and Vengeance are in position behind the third moon. The colony's defense grid is fully operational, but remains dormant as ordered." Jackson nodded, and our little surprise. "The quantum mesh is deployed and waiting for activation, sir." The Vardani had issued their ultimatum an hour ago: surrender the colony or face extinction. It was the same choice they had given every species they encountered. Most surrendered. Those who fought were obliterated. "Open a channel to the Vardani commander," Jackson ordered. The main view screen flickered to life, revealing the insectoid face of Supreme Commander Tarak. His carapace gleamed with the metallic insignia of countless victories. "Human," the alien said, mandibles clicking in what the translation software identified as amusement. "Your time to surrender expires in 5 minutes. Your defenses are inadequate. Your ships are outmatched. Become our subjects, and your people may live to serve the Vardani Dominion." Jackson leaned forward. "We've studied your conquests, Commander Tarak. The Palaxians, the Dravidi Collective, the Yorn Hegemony, all technically superior to humanity in some ways, all now extinct or enslaved." "They were prey," Tarak responded simply, "as are you." "That's where you're wrong," Jackson said. "On Earth, our ancestral home, we evolved as pursuit predators. We weren't the strongest or the fastest. We didn't have natural weapons like your kind, but we could track prey for days, pursuing until even the mightiest creatures collapsed from exhaustion." Tarak's compound eyes flickered with what might have been confusion. "Your history lesson is irrelevant. Your biological origins do not determine your place in the galactic hierarchy." "Oh, but they do," Jackson replied, "because when we went to the stars, we brought that same relentless nature with us. We don't give up. We adapt. We overcome. And most importantly," he smiled, "we learn from every encounter. Your time is up, human. Your lesson will be brief and final." "Actually," Jackson said, "class is in session." He turned to his tactical officer. "Activate the quantum mesh." Throughout the system, microscopic quantum-entangled particles that human ships had been seeding for weeks suddenly activated. The mesh created a web of probability distortion, something the science division had reverse-engineered after studying debris from previous Vardani conflicts. On the tactical display, Vardani ships began to drift, their biological systems confused by the quantum interference. Their living ships, so dependent on precise biological processes, struggled to maintain cohesion. "Phase 2, Jackson ordered calmly. The 3 battleships hidden behind the moon emerged, their experimental pulse cannons targeting the largest Vardani vessels. Unlike conventional weapons, these didn't attempt to breach the regenerative hulls. They simply disrupted the biological processes that allowed regeneration in the first place. "The Vardani made a critical error," Jackson explained to the stunned alien commander who watched his fleet falter. "They assumed that because they had conquered more technologically advanced species, humans would fall even more easily. But technology isn't our strength. Adaptation is." On the view screen, Tarak's mandibles clattered in what was clearly alarm. This is impossible. Our ships are superior in every way." "Every way you could imagine," Jackson corrected. "But humans specialize in imagining the unimaginable. We studied fragments of your ships from previous battles. We learned how they worked, then we created specific countermeasures. The colony's defense grid suddenly activated, but instead of attacking, it began broadcasting a specific frequency. The Vardani ships nearest the planet began to turn on each other, their biological guidance systems hijacked. You see, Commander, predators evolve to hunt specific prey. They become specialized, efficient, but inflexible. Humans never specialized. We remained adaptable, the ultimate generalists. We can change our tactics, our technology, our entire approach to warfare between one battle and the next. The Vardani fleet was in chaos now. Some ships retreated, others fired randomly, many simply drifted powerless. Jackson's trap had worked perfectly. You pattern match, Commander. You identify a species' strengths and neutralize them with your evolved tactics. But humans? We break patterns. We create solutions you can't predict because they don't follow evolutionary logic. They follow human imagination. Jackson stood straight, hands clasped behind his back. The battle is over. The surviving ships may retreat to deliver a message. The human systems are off-limits to the Vardani Dominion. As the remaining Vardani ships limped away from the system, Commander Ellis approached the Admiral. Do you think they'll return the larger force? Jackson watched the retreating enemy on the tactical display. They might, but they'll find we've already changed our approach. That's the lesson they need to learn about humanity. We're not just another predator in their evolutionary game. He turned to face his officer. We're the ones who changed the rules. The HSF Relentless moved into orbit around New Terra, the first human colony to successfully repel a Vardani attack. It wouldn't be the last. Across the galaxy, word spread quickly of the battle that demonstrated humanity's position as the galaxy's ultimate predator, not through strength or numbers, but through the most dangerous evolutionary advantage of all, the ability to adapt faster than any threat could evolve.